like 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. You know,
It used to be, of course.
you know, it was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What if I told you just saved a life? That by tuning in right there, you just stopped a knife. From carving ruby red lines across a canvas that was never mine to design, what if I told you? That single didn't mean available and taken didn't mean happy. And love wasn't quite as black and white as romance from way back BC. Sometimes love is you rolling over to a body pillow and a space heater. Or you coming out of hiding only to become the seeker. So this morning I have to ask you, what if love was life? And anything given showed that spreading love was acceptance of the alternative, and those said actions determine the kind of life that you live. What if love was the last smile the passing stranger saw before he passed away? Or the words that your pride did not give way to let you say? What if love was a hug to a familiar but nameless face? Or you stepping back to give love its space? What if love was never seeing your family but ensuring the bills got paid? Or all sleeps is nice instead of worrying, she just prayed. What if love was selling poison to strangers while his baby sleeps? And making it back from the corner store with Fruit Loops, oodles and noodles, and milk before their hunger seeped. What if love was a superheroine with an invisible cape? Or a refugee in need of an escape? What if love was all the blooming backyard rainforest on the equator? What if love was a godless woman bowing down to her ancestors and creator? Or what if love was being beautiful, even when your surroundings wouldn't allow you to be? Because reality is that love is an action to be practiced, and we all know that practice makes perfect. Mm-hmm. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Close for Brunch. It is Sunday, November 20th, 2017. I'm real futuristic right now. 2016. Good morning. Like, we're still half asleep, kind of sleep, maybe awake, kind of, sort of, things of that nature. So we are glad to have you guys here. We're glad to be here. So this is the week before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is on Thursday.
This
Have you girded your loins yet?
Have you bought your sweatpants yet?
Yes. And for the fellas, definitely get them gray sweatpants. No, that's horrible. The objectification is wrong, and I apologize. But there's a lot of stuff we want to discuss this morning. So one of the things that, first off, I know it sounds cheesy, but what are you thankful for? I know it's cheesy. I know it's overdone. We hear about that all the time as far as Thanksgiving is concerned. But there are a lot of things that I realize I need to be grateful for. One of the things I noticed is I went to a gathering last night. We called it Friendsgiving because it's all the friends getting together because we don't have time to deal with family. Yeah, so wait, technical errors. Hold on. Oh, that's why we're having problems. Okay. So, engineer.
Thanks, Robbie.
Yes, and wait. Round of applause for Robbie. Cue round of applause. Round of applause for Robbie, for our sound engineer, helping our lives out. So we're going to go discuss what are we thankful for. Thanksgiving is this Thursday. You're going to deal with your family. You're going to deal with your friends, whatever, what have you. So what are you thankful for?
Please call in.
Yes.
The phone number is 410-702-5657. Join the discussion. We're not asking a rhetoric question. We want to know, what are you thankful for?
Yeah, what is the question? Like, what are you thankful for, Grace?
Honestly speaking, for me, I'm personally thankful for redemption.
Ooh.
I'm very thankful for forgiveness, for growth.
Get specky.
For
Get
connection. More so specifically, I am grateful for the opportunity to come back and do Pose for Dinner. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do Pose for Brunch. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with you again, Najah. I'm grateful for all the people who are understanding that at the end of the day, we're all human. And that we all are allowed to take a break, are allowed to breathe, allowed to go crazy for a minute, and then come back like ain't nothing happened.
Wow.
How about you, Najah? What are you grateful for?
I'm thankful for my safety. I'm thankful for my shelter, because Lord knows I'm quite the transient. So I'm thankful for being able to move here, there, everywhere, and not have to worry about where I'm going to lay my head.
Yes,
All
nomadic
blessings for that.
spirits.
So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for, and I was discussing this, like I said, I was out with friends last night, and we were going through what we were thankful for. And the main thing that I said, I was like, I'm thankful that I'm operating as if I've learned lessons. There's a lot of things, a lot of opportunities for me to do the same stuff that I've always been doing, and actually operating as if I know what that yields and how that's not for me and how that's not necessarily habits that I wish to continue. So I operated as if I knew better. So therefore, I'm able to do better. So, and I actually exhibited that and executed that and stood firm. And I have respect from people that I didn't necessarily have before. I have respect from people that I didn't even realize I was even in search of, but I'm grateful to have it. I'm glad that I actually have respect for myself. So I'm actually operating as if I'm someone that has learned lessons, and I'm actually moving and executing and walking in the spirit of growth and evolution. So I'm grateful for that.
You
That's
mind
what I'm
sharing
thankful
with
for.
us one of these lessons you learned so you can help us learn something too? I'm just don't mean to put you on the spot or anything, but we keep it real.
And all,
This is
yeah.
Pose for Brunch. That's what we do,
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed is just as far as bad relationship habits, not because I was just tired of the result that I was getting. It's just that when when you want something you never had before, you got to do some stuff you've never done. So I didn't want to do the same thing. Like there's a pressure, an unknown pressure that I used to face or feel that I no longer feel like a slave to. So I don't have to, there's no pressure to do something for the sake of having someone or trying to get to a goal that honestly wasn't even mine. So, it's not even really what I wanted out of life. I'm not sure exactly what I want or what I don't want. It's just really more so about this particular aspect of companionship. I know that I can get that without having to necessarily be in a space or be with someone that I really don't want to be with, and the means and the methods of which was once practiced I really don't have to do, and I can still get what I want, what I need, without having to be something or someone that I'm not, or do something for someone that I really don't care for, or do something for someone that I care for but I know for a fact wouldn't do the same for me. It's I don't have to deal with that. So it's not saying that it was a stressful thing. It's just really more so about just not being pressured about it and not being worried about, am I going to face a loss if I don't do certain things or be certain things or give of myself in this fashion. Don't have to worry about it. Because if it's mine, it's going to be mine. What God has for me is just for me. So I ain't got to worry about it.
That's interesting because one of the lessons that I've had to learn for myself was to take care of yourself is not selfish.
No.
And I think a lot of people are under that misconception that to take care of yourself or to take a moment to make sure that you are okay is selfish. And it's not. And I had to learn that myself.
Well, because there's a big difference between being selfish and being self-centered. It's a difference. Self-centered, people think that it's along the same lines of selfishness, and that's not the case. It's, being self-centered, means exercising a level of self-preservation, exercising a level of self-care. So if I'm exercising self-preservation, self-care, then I'm self-centered, which is not the same as selfish. So selfishness means that you're only thinking about the immediate return that you can garner for self. Being self-centered, exercising self-preservation, exercising self-care is thinking about long-term wellness.
Some people think being self-centered is a curse word.
It's not a curse word. Far from it. Far from it, dude. Far from it.
Right, because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, the world around you is going to do what? Crumble down, right?
Yes. I mean, what good are you? Then what good are you?
Indeed.
Then what good are you? And that's a big thing. So, that's one of the things I'm thankful for my son and all of his 12-year-oldness. I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for my friends who I see every day, who I don't see every day. But I'm thankful to be able to know where I stand with all of them. Yes. I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for just everyone not letting me go. There are people who I know I don't talk to on a daily basis, who I know I'm in their prayers on a regular.
Right.
And same thing for me. So it's, I think it's a great thing to have. I'm grateful for the fact I was able to travel, do poetry, run around all the time. New people see my face and everything. I'm grateful for my Instagram followers. I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Yes,
for a lot
honey,
of things.
count all them blessings.
Yes, count all of them. I'm grateful for being able to give things to myself. I'm grateful for finding out things about me that I didn't want to accept, but I need to because that's a part of who I am.
I had read this meme, right?
Right.
And it said that when you run out of money, start counting blessings.
Child.
Like, that said so much to me, because we put a lot of value in material things. And I like everything that you said because none of it was really material. Everything is about connection, And I think a lot of times we forget around this time of year that it's more so about our connections and our separations.
Yeah.
We know the Disney version of Thanksgiving. We know the conspiracy version of Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. We know the truth about Thanksgiving, but we always neglect the purpose of Thanksgiving.
Yes. And unfortunately, trying to make good out of, an attack upon indigenous people here in the United States of America. This is the best that we can do, is to honor as far as the spiritual aspect of the indigenous people that were preyed upon, and to keep that in mind and always keep that focus. So that's all of my gratefulness and all of my thankfulness. And I'm thankful that next Sunday. What's next Sunday,
girl,
Najah? Next
girl.
Sunday is our live representation of Poets for Brunch, which is Poets for Dinner, our once a month venue. Poets for Dinner taking place at City Arts Building 440
East Oliver Street, right off of Greenmount, the nice big glass building.
Yes.
The number 8 stops right there in front.
For all of those who ain't got cars, you can hop on that 8.
There's a safe space, to drop people off just in case you want to catch an Uber, Lyft, all of them.
Yes, and it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we are going to fall into that hug life because that is what we like to do. We like to hug on people. We're round, endomorphic people. And, Grace and myself. So, we give you that mama loving when we hug you. Get all the squeeze, you get all the softness and everything. So
you get the compliments.
Yes.
And if you're college students away from home, you get that feeling of being home.
Exactly. So anybody who, any of our college people who know about, Poets for Dinner, if you couldn't get home, come on through. We'll be home for you Sunday.
Yes, yes. And our menu, I know everyone's like, oh my gosh, they think they're going to be Thanksgiving out. But they're not going to be Thanksgiving out for this.
Yes.
What you say, Najah?
Seafood bisque.
They don't know. They don't know.
Bisque.
You know what? I think I'm going to just start going around instead of calling people to be where I'm like, you know what? You bisque.
Bisque.
You just one bisque. You one son of a bisque. I'm trying to tell you.
You try to keep it clean here.
Turn all of our curse words into food.
Yes. Cause trust me, I mean, I'm trying to replace MF with Fudgy Nutter. I don't.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, what the fudge? Okay. What the fudge cakes?
With the fudge cakes. I cannot. So we're gonna work it. We're gonna work it out. There's gonna be every curse word is gonna have a food name. We're gonna have it together. So we're gonna go for a quick break. We didn't act all silly, so we're gonna go into this next segment. But enjoy our wonderful commercial break while we pay these bills at BeExposedRadio.com. This is Poets for Brunch with Najah B, Najah and
Grace. Your hostesses with the mostesses. That's us.
The Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Marnie, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
We have on the show today, we already started. Right. The 6 o'clock hot drop. Hot
I'm so happy y'all back, guys.
We missed y'all. We did.
I couldn't tell. You know, y'all was in big geeking. Yeah, not geeking. Geeking with your eyes up.
We felt so free. Free.
Fabulous. Love it. She's trying to say you can't be free when we're here.
No, but
check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on Be Exposed Radio.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Poets for Brunch with Najah, and
Grace on BeExposedRadio.com.
Indeed. Anybody who wishes to call in, 410-702-5657. We look forward to hearing from you. We are talking about all things Thanksgiving, because it's Poets for Brunch. We are poets. We like to eat. So that's what we're going to be discussing, at least for the little time that we have.
Grace, like, because Grace is, of course, founder of Poets for Dinner and the main one that cooks. Like, I don't really cook unless I want to. She don't make me cook. I just, not to say that I can't, because she knows I can.
Indeed,
just be like,
she can cook.
Yeah,
Najah can definitely cook, but you know how they say you're not supposed to have too many like chefs in the kitchen. And my kitchen is kind of small.
Yes,
so I don't want to be, trying to chef it up and then bump into you. Then we knock the chili over, and then it's just gonna be a mess.
I just come in on the back end, like I be sous chefing it. Like when you gotta go to the bathroom,
yeah,
like I gotta go to the bathroom.
Come mix some stuff up real quick.
Like make sure this don't burn, Najah. I be like, all right, I got that.
And then the baking, you do the baking.
Oh yeah, I'm the baker. Like you cook, you top the stove, honey. I'm under the stove. Like I don't deal with stove top. I be under, because I be like, I can just put that in there. Like, yo, I'll see y'all in like half hour.
So by it being Thanksgiving, there's a lot of food going around. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be cooking for your house and for your son?
Well, first of all, quiet as it's kept, and you should already know this, I don't do holidays. I don't do holidays. I barely do my own birthday if I can help it. So like,
that's
I don't
why
care
you
what it
me.
is, Flag Day, Veterans Day, Arbor Day.
I celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, everybody else. I celebrate everyone else's birthday but mine.
Oh no!
Look, Love the Poet's birthday used to be so heavy. Like I celebrate Love the Poet's birthday like it was my birthday, because there's always a turnout.
Yeah.
So shout outs to my former roomie, Love the Poet. But I don't do my birthday too much. Like shoot, this year I ran away from everybody, so nobody was planning on doing anything for me.
But in the event that they wanted to, they couldn't.
They couldn't, because I left. I had a gig in North Carolina. I left. So I had a poetry gig in North Carolina, and I was like, I'm out, deuces. And that's pretty much what happened.
But I know you're going to run and get some plates.
I might play hop depending on how I feel. I have the boy in tow, which means people will give me more food because I have a child in my possession.
Yes.
So I might play hop depending on how I feel. Folks, but the whole thing is folks want my cobbler. So, like, you can take that however you want it. Folks want my cobbler. Yes, my peach cobbler was serious. I made it last night.
And remember, we said we're replacing naughty words with food.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. You want my cobbler? Want my peach cobbler? I bet you do. No, but I made peach cobbler, and actually, I took one of Grace's recipes. I made greens.
Ooh.
And
how they turn out?
People liked it. There was some heat to it. I didn't know the vegan greens had that heat. But I added everything according to the recipe that you gave me, and I was like, "Oh, there's some heat to this." But I realized you got to cook them suckers down. Like when you have the meat action, it kind of naturally I can slow cook that.
Right.
You got with the vegan greens, hurry up and cook that down.
Yeah, and you have to kind of stand over and kind of make sure.
I was babysitting hard.
Yeah,
these greens, because greens is a serious thing. Not everybody eat greens, so right. I was nervous as hell. I was nervous bringing it. I was nervous the whole time.
But you say it came out right?
It came out fine. I wound up with half a pan left because everybody took some, ate some, took some home with them. So that was a lot. So it's usually the cobbler. Like I said, I'm baking guru. So I'm gonna step my baking game up.
I'm hoping you're gonna bring some cobbler next Sunday to Pose for Dinner. Because I'm fixing.
I believe I have what I need for it. I do. I could.
Oh, you should.
Oh, that's a problem. That's a major problem. Fight gonna break out.
Because the menu for Pose for Dinner this upcoming Sunday.
Yes, tell it.
Is chunky chili. And then we have the vegan chunky chili. And we also going to have the seafood bisque.
Yeah. I want my own thing. I know it's, look, I co-host. I want my own.
You can get your own.
I need a container.
You can get your
Here to the streets. BeExposedRadio.com.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the
Do
National
yourself a
Highway Traffic
favor
Safety
and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly, right? I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they
I
need
can
a
use a
butt.
little extra tissue there.
I can pop it right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The hum of several conversations sung in the key of family. The bonds differ, but none are perfect, nor should they be. But it is to be. The crescendos of conflict flood dangerously, but the love will save us all. Wounds inflicted by the adults will be healed by the balm of the small. We will be reminded of the simple aspects of life that we for no reason made complicated. No wonder how hard we swim against the current of circumstances. We are still fated to be together, to rise and raise children together. Our attitudes and approaches dictate the weather. We are the storm just as much as we are the life jackets. We are the turbulent hurricane as much as we are the calming eye, yet we see so little. Maybe the youth will guide us beyond the flooded grounds of petty and save us and our legacy from ourselves. Our Natural Disasters by yours truly, Najah B. Najah. Yes. I thought about like Thanksgiving, family, children, all that jazz. And it's Thanksgiving, family, so much to discuss. Hashtag Thanksgiving clapback. Yes. Yes.
These things are the reason why I do not do holidays, because I am that one.
You the one, you the petty one?
I am really, really passive aggressive. I'm highly passive aggressive, borderline jerk. And I won't go anywhere because I know that I'm 33 years old and I'm somebody's mom and I'm grown and I can say whatever the hell I want. So that will cause me to get kicked out of my family's houses. So that's why I'm so glad that they're 3,000 miles away, because depending on how I'm feeling,
all right,
I might get kicked out the house.
No, honestly.
Now, I probably wouldn't in my 20s or when I was a kid, like never say a word, but I'm really at a place right now where you might catch me.
Now me, I can't say I'm that bold. I ain't quite like that. I'm one of those people who, you go home like, oh, I wish I would have said that. But
not when I'm tempted, especially if I'm now if you have been on your chill and you just like may have just scraped the surface where I could have said something, I'll let it go. But if you've blatantly done something or I know that you're really picking, I'll clap back real fast on you.
Now you know, like on Medea when she had that episode where she was talking to Dr. Phil, and she was like, "No, I gotta get them before I get God." Yeah, that's my whole family.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there like Dr. Phil, like, well, how you getting people before they got you? What if they didn't even intend to get you?
Well, I'm gonna get them anyway because they about to get got. So that's the problem that it has. Like my family, like we're like my West Coast family. I love them very much, but we're kind of like black bourgeoisie. So like my mom, she is like the ultimate clapbacker. Like I'm the daughter of the black sheep, for lack of a better term. And so like she be like on guard, ready for somebody to come for her. But she'll like once again get you before you get them. And so my mom will say something thinking somebody's trying to check her for her life, and that wasn't even the case. And before you know it, the whole fight breaks out.
Right? They're like, who cooked
and then
these
we're all
greens?
mad at each other off of something that my mom did that no one cared about in the first place. So I have to be careful.
This is honestly why I don't complain about my family, because I've realized in talking to many different people, I have it good.
Real good.
I really
Real good,
do.
bro.
I'm really appreciative of the ghetto in my family that does not come out in times like this.
No, because we are, my family, we are weddings and funerals. We are a wedding and funeral family. We do not deal with each other really basically on a regular basis. We are wedding and funeral as far as every last one of us being together. Someone has to die or somebody got to get married or both. And so
at the same time.
At the same time. So, and the reason why is because usually at weddings and funerals, liquor's present.
Sure.
And liquor subdues a lot of things. So, you know, we're not, none of us are angry drunks. We chill out. We chill. Everything's all good. You get the music playing, you got the liquor flowing, we all act like we love each other for real. And so that's enough.
Because that's the core of it.
Yes. Yeah. And that we just want to focus on that because we know if we're sober, we'll bust hell wide open. So we don't do that very often. I'm not a holiday person. I think it came from, I'm from LA, and of course living here in Baltimore, like most of like my coming of age. No family here, couldn't afford to travel, so my mom, we always wound up with like friends or whomever, and it just like was a downer for me. And I just didn't feel like dealing with other people. I want to be with my family. So I kind of like became a big, grumpy guts about it. So I stopped being in the mood for holidays.
So you became the Grinch of Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, my birthday, all that stuff. I just stopped really dealing with holidays all around. I'm like, look, it's just another freaking day.
You're a year-round Grinch?
Yeah, all year. It's another damn day. If we can't do this, and then like when I got married, like dealing with my ex-husband's family, like they're cool, but not that cool. They're like even less than what my family is. Like they'll see each other more to argue than they will for holidays. So I be like, I can't do this. Why am I cooking for people who don't really like me for real? Why am I hosting people who really don't like me for real? Why am I doing this? So I became even more like, my ex-husband used to allow me to, like, we didn't really drink. Like, there was no liquor in the house or whatever because he had gout because he was a hater. But holidays, I'm like, no, if I got to cook for people, I'm like, where's the liquor?
Did you call him a hater because he had gout, or you call him a hater because he didn't let you drink?
Nah, because he had gout. And actually, it's both. He had gout, and he couldn't drink with me. So, unless he wanted his foot to blow up to proportions that he couldn't stand.
Oh, alcohol does that?
Yeah. So, like, for holidays, I'm like, where's the vodka? I'm cooking for people. You know how y'all are. Y'all loud, y'all raucous. Like, where to drink?
Right.
And so, if I'm going to be cooking and I got to deal with critique, where's my liquor? Because that's the only thing that's going to save y'all. Give me, where's the Seagrams? Where's the...
Now, my family...
Yes. Bottom shelf. I need bottom shelf.
My family used to be, like, tight as thieves before my grandmother passed. And then, like, after her passing, we kind of... Now, it used to be weddings and funerals. Now it's more funerals than weddings. We might see each other. We tried to connect via Facebook. It seems like that seems to be the new trend.
I mean,
that everyone wants to take.
Facebook. Like some of them, like my cousins, like I'm fairly cool. Like we'll hit each other up ever so often. I know it seems very antisocial of me. I think my family doesn't even think that I really like them for real. I just know that at some point y'all gonna bump heads. Something gonna get stupid, and I'm not getting involved. So let me just remain constant over here.
Well, you got to be the light in a thing. I think that's what I don't agree with Facebook connections on.
I don't either.
Oh no, my mother's blocked on my Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
She might be able to see this,
ugly.
but she's blocked from me on Facebook.
And then imagine that crazy over the social media,
Right?
And then everybody's with their popcorn and tea watching.
Yes.
This. So I don't agree with that at all.
No,
I don't either. It's just it seems like that's what has become convenient. Like people are seeking convenience more so than connection.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm the other way around. That's why I until recently haven't spent that much time on social media. Even when it comes to talking to people, I feel like if you want to talk to me, you know where I work at, you know where I live at, you have my phone number. Ain't none of this changed in the last 5 years, and they probably not going to change for another 30. So, I mean, I feel like we create all of these excuses as to why we can't connect. And for that reason is why I like celebrating holidays. You know,
I mean, it really depends. Like, if there's like my A1 day ones, like that's the time that I take if I haven't seen you all year to reconnect if need be. So that's the opportunity. So some folks gonna see me pop up on them that roll with me real heavy in my valleys and my peaks.
Yeah.
And so, I'll stop through.
That's why I'm kind of sad you're not cooking for your house. Cause,
Yeah.
I'm cooking for my house, but I'm still house hopping. When I tell you I'm house hopping, I already got my list. I got 10 houses prepared.
I'm cooking if I have to go somewhere. Like, if I'm cooking, it's because I'm bringing something because I don't like to show up empty-handed. If I bother. Right. If I bother to cook, it's because I'm making little mini something to bring because I'm not showing up empty-handed. Or I'll just buy liquor. And I'll just
Yay liquor
with a bottle of somebody else.
Yay liquor.
Yes.
But aren't you guys worried about children? Like, I know I have a family full of like a whole nother generation of children in a family, and they don't know their family. But then what happens when your family begins to die off, and your family can't remember that aunt that you had the privilege of growing up with, whether she's crazy or not? But they just don't know them the same way. Cousins don't know each other anymore.
And it's true. And it's something I concern myself with very much. I mean, I know what my responsibility is. Same as they do. And not saying that I'm waiting on someone else. It's one of those things, unfortunately, due to the fact of not really being around at that coming of age period with my family. It's caused a disconnect within me that I have to be honest about. And so therefore it brings... It's something that I have to come to terms with, and I'm dealing with it or not dealing with it in that regard.
I think for me, like my family, we cheated because everybody's old. Like all of my cousins are old. Like I'm pretty much one of the youngest people. Most, with the exception of me and my brother, everyone else is like 40 and older. So they kind of had the opportunity of knowing the aunts and the grandparents that we didn't quite get. So like I can relate to the sentiment that you're talking about, but I don't find it becoming easier to change. Especially like I said, after my grandmother died, she was the one who was really like, no, I want all my children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, I need them all here. We need to be connected. And then when she was left, everyone was like, okay, we're going to keep this up. We're going to keep this up. And then I don't know if it was necessarily the memory of going to her house and her not being there that made it harder for us to come back together. And then, not saying that we're cheap, but no one wants to put up to rent a space.
Yeah.
For all of us. Like, that's big enough for all of us. Because my family is huge, too. So it's like, we keep coming up with excuses,
And it happens, like I said, I got to deal with a distance.
Right.
And I'm like, no shade, but y'all ain't, only maybe 2 of my family members, like 2, maybe 4 that will come out here. But I always got to go over there.
It's just seeing the disconnect. We complain about the legacy and the wealth. Not so much complain, but we often envy that in white people and the black families that have been able to accumulate that type of legacy in their wealth. It's something to envy, honestly, because they got it. Even if and that doesn't mean that their family is happy or together, but just taking that step to be unified, and even if you don't like each other,
and that step to try to leave something behind.
That's why
for somebody.
We don't have legacies, because people, we are finding comfort in this is my home. I'm gonna stay with my home. I have a sister that's like that, and she has comfort in having that. And she has 4 children, and I feel for my nieces because they don't know the rest of their family the way they should. Like it makes me angry that I've grown into that person, but I fight now. So I do talk to my family on social media a lot, the ones I can't see, but that's scary to me that nobody even cares anymore.
That's wild that you say that because I had that kind of epiphany a couple months ago for myself. I was really thinking about all the people I've lost and how many people I have left that it feels like I've lost. And I find it kind of ridiculous. Like, there's really no excuses, you know. I tried to personally take and make it the challenge for myself to go out the way and at least say hello. See how are you? You know, not even asking for something. Anymore. Yes, people don't remember birthdays. They need Facebook to remind you of when the birthday is.
I'm guilty of that.
I'm totally guilty. I'm totally guilty. Like I said, I don't even remember my own birthday sometimes. Like I think my 13th birthday. I'm serious. Like I forgot my 13th birthday one year.
Wow.
I didn't realize it was my birthday till not like I woke up in the morning. It's my birthday. Like, you know, and that's a young age to forget your birthday. It's a young age to forget your birthday. Someone had to ask me like what day or whatever, and I was like, oh crap. It's my birthday.
If you're not in a church or connected to a school in any way, you really lose focus of holidays. You know, right now they're putting Christmas stuff up. That throws you off.
Yes, it does.
Yes, because you're like, it's November, right?
Yeah, right. We ain't even got the turkey popping. Right. What you mean? Like,
and they already trying to pull out the ham.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I can't. Yeah. Like, it's technically, I'm sure, like, it's Boxing Day already. It's like we're already the day after. Like, what are we returning?
Yeah.
Right. People are looking up what's the return policy on stuff because I'm about to send this right back. Whatever it is, I'm sending it back.
Like, nobody sends Christmas cards anymore.
No. I do.
She does.
I do.
I used to make
if I have your address, but I don't know why people so scared to give people your address.
Because people have social media stalkers like myself.
Yeah, I'm right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about within your family and friends. I'm not talking about strangers. Like,
I'm that person. I didn't grow up I grew up in a party house. My mother, it was basically a boarding house. That's what she should have called it.
Ooh.
So I'd say as an adult, I'm not doing that.
Right.
So a lot of my family have not. Well, I would say 2 of my family members has actually been inside my house. That's my mother and my sister. Nobody else has actually been.
It's true.
Inside.
I've just moved and it's been pretty minimal. It's been pretty minimal for the most part. But that's just like I understand. Like it's my nature. I didn't know the whole world was going through that serious isolation, but that's like just my nature. It really is.
I can only speak for black families, but I think that's the truth for a lot of black individuals.
I mean, if it was the case where there was major high demand, we all want to show up at your place all at once, Najah, then I probably would whip out the red carpet. But no one's like in a hurry to be at my house in mass amounts. Like, like everybody's coming over to like it's never been party at Najah's. Like that's not the case.
I blame it on social media and just the lack of concern. Because I'd make an effort to like family members' pages, even if I don't read them. I'll like it. So they can at least see, you know, I'm active. And maybe that'll spark something
Indeed.
else.
But we'll get back to the discussion after a short break. Thank y'all for tuning in to Pause for Brunch on Be Exposed Radio. It's your host, Grace.
And Najah
be Najah. Nate over here coughing at brunch because we were supposed to have food.
He mad.
We're going to get started. We're going to get started on the food soon, I promise. But stay tuned.
After the break.
Like after the break.
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Talk dirty to me.
I love it. It's awesome. It's all my business going every day.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. You know, toxic, you know, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
The Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
This is Who Got Bars, BigExposedRadio.com. I'm your boy Undecided, co-host today.
Oh, wow, Lonnie.
We got a special show ahead for y'all today. We got everybody running late. We got city traffic. Pardon me. But once again, we will always improvise. We got good games for you today. The two guests, Picasso and Rello, they are brothers. I'm telling you, you're going to have a good show tonight. Young Ridiculous is on the way. Definitely stuck in traffic. How's the world? So when you call in, talk to me about some good stuff. We ain't just got a feedback on the artist. There's a lot of things going on. Give me all feedback on what's going on with you. Anything you got to say?
Stop stealing pens.
That is a problem. If it ain't big, lighter is a big pen. So I will say
it's
that.
always big. Always big.
Later on in the show, we will have a live call in 410-702.
So, Jacqueline. Yes, Mom? I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, we are back. Poets for Brunch. We're talking about the blessings of having partners that cook breakfast in the morning. Like, cook breakfast in the morning. Our engineer is like, why I ain't got no food? It's Poets for Brunch, and I'm engineering a show called Poets for Brunch, and these heifers ain't brought no food yet. He kind of like in his feelings about it.
Because at that point, it's just poets at noon.
Wow. Okay. And I was up early enough. I had to get my son ready for church in the morning, and I could have, been, getting the bacon popping, literally and figuratively, and I did not. I'm sorry.
You guys a pancake waffle type of person?
I'm French toast.
Yeah, French toast. Team French toast.
I'm a French toast person. I used to be pancake, but it's very rare. French toast is really more my thing because I'm a starch fiend. So
I'm not really into waffles.
Some corn in that pancake, then
it's a little bit. But
I've actually made cornbread pancakes before. Okay. I like them.
But you use it with the cornbread mix.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Situation.
She's the cornbread. I told you she's the baker. She does the cornbread from scratch. I do the box.
I've never tasted that before.
It's really good.
Add the corn to the pancake batter.
Yeah, add some cornmeal to it. Yeah.
No corn, actually.
No corn.
Yeah.
No, it's good, Najah.
No, but the way my diverticulitis is set up. Like, man, Robbie face like,
You ain't had
our engineer's like,
It's good though.
No. If you like simmer the corn a little bit. And
my mom
some
used to
things
make
are hard to pass,
raspberry
Nate.
pancakes.
You asking for a lot.
My mom used to make raspberry cornbread and pancakes.
I'm sorry.
And it used to be hitting. Like my mom, she can bake too. I love it to death.
Yeah, yes. Oh, no. Let me tell you, Miss Vanessa, will make her own frosting.
Yes.
Like
from
her
scratch.
own frosting.
Ooh.
And this lemon frosting, and she'll have the lemon rind in there, and it'd be life.
Yeah.
I don't even like lemon cake. Let me tell you how serious it is. She got me eating stuff I don't even like. When it comes to the baking, Miss Vanessa had me eating stuff I don't even like for real.
Because that's real cooking.
Yes.
You don't like the box.
Exactly. I care very little
You
for the
find
box.
somebody that really
Take the time and
yeah,
cook it
that's a
and
whole
sift the
different thing.
flour and all that good stuff. No, I ain't about that life.
Like box, I don't eat box grits, but I was privileged to have real grits
Right.
Yeah.
at one time, and I still don't like the texture.
Right.
So it has to
But
be
you know the
mixed in my
difference, though.
applesauce or something, but it's definitely
Yeah, I have a college friend of mine. She makes homemade funnel cake.
Ooh.
And she makes homemade cheesecake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
she
I'm
single?
mad because I'm like, no, she's engaged. And I'm real
So
tired
am
of
I.
her. Like, I'm real tired of her making cheesecakes for other people besides me. I'm like, what do I have to do? I'm like, you done made cheesecakes for your man. You made cheesecakes. I understand your dad. Like, your dad, you make cheesecakes for your father, make cheesecakes. But, like, for your coworkers, like, you don't like them. Like, where's my cheesecake?
But see, my best friend Jan is the same way. Now, granted, I love the fact that she's a mom and a wife now.
Mm-hmm.
But when she used to live downtown, I used to get the cupcakes because she was just bored.
Yeah.
And she would
Right.
bring them around my house at like midnight.
And you like, yes, I didn't have to
Now
ask.
she lives out on
Now she neglecting you.
Like, look at God meeting you at the level of your need. It's
Oh,
right
now she
there.
neglecting you.
I
Oh.
feel some kind of way. Like, I really do.
I
And I really
just
love her.
I'm upset because I told her, like, I was up. She lives. My friend Tiffany. She lives in Philadelphia, and she's the one like does all the homemade stuff. And I'm just like, so who do I have to sleep with? Like, this needs to happen? I just need to know. Wait, Robbie, like, who do I like? You know,
It's that serious sometimes.
It's if you've tasted her cheesecake, you would understand. Like, you wouldn't even bat an eye at what I said.
And
You're
it
like, yeah,
doesn't
that
take-
makes
like
sense.
my friend, she sits there literally and be this.
Yes, just whipping it up.
Cream cheese. And,
Boom.
Like it's easy, right?
Like, you know, you got the, hand mixer. And she just like, yeah, girl. And just, just have nice conversation while she's whipping awesomeness out of thin air. And it's like it's on par with spinning straw into gold. Like, and you just and put it in the oven. And then, like, I'll be impatient.
No
I'll be sitting in front of the refrigerator waiting for that sucker to set. Just waiting.
You don't even want to sit in the refrigerator. Can you put that in the freezer?
Yeah, put it in the freezer. Let's speed
Speed
this
up
up
just a little
Let's
bit,
Get this
you know.
together. Like, we already cooked out whatever.
Like,
Come
does anybody have any
We done cooked out
nitrogen?
the salmonella. It's
You
all
know?
good. Let's put it in the freezer.
The top be so cold, but the bottom be warm. But it's cool though.
It's fine though, but it's fine.
It was
It's
gonna
what?
be room
Fine.
temperature anyway.
It's
So
like,
fine.
and it's what? Fine. And so we just gonna go ahead. And I literally be like, I want to just put a folding chair and sit right in front of the refrigerator, just waiting for the magic to happen. Just like, all right. Like, she be like, come in the living room. Nope. We're gonna
I have to
something.
protect the pie.
I have to protect the cheesecake. And I want my cheesecake, and I want it for my birthday, and I will not accept anything less than my goddamn chocolate cheesecake. I want it, and I want it now.
Well, speaking of cheesecakes and pies, and I know this might be a shameless plug, but Sharif's.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sweet potato cheesecake.
Ooh.
Oh, she getting the stomp on in the studio.
Like, you don't know. Like, that's a real life situation. I don't even like sweet potatoes.
Now let me
But
explain
that's sweet
to
potato
you.
cheesecake.
Now let me add to the gluttony. Uber Eats.
What?
He's on Uber Eats.
Say what?
So you could get an Uber to bring you a sweet potato cheesecake
To your door.
Yes. Thank you. My mind has been blown. I have been delivered. Thank you.
When I realized they were on Uber Eats, I got the salmon platter and like 4 slices.
Ooh.
That was like $30, but
It's worth every penny.
it was worth every penny.
Yo, Sharice, we trying to holler at you for some sponsorship. You don't even know. I got plans.
Right.
Or cheesecakes.
Or
just bring me a meal.
You know.
I shout you out.
We'll work for meals.
Like, you need promo? Like, I'm about to call them and be like, what's good?
Oh, you hear smacking in the promo.
Right.
Yeah, smacking it like, like you don't even.
Now that's a food commercial done right. It cracks me up when you look at like the KFC commercials and stuff like that, and you have all these people talking. Clearly, the food can't be that good if y'all sitting there talking, right?
That's why I like the Good Eats little blurbs on social media, because it just make you want to get up at 2 a.m.
and go and see what's good.
Yes.
Make something. Like, I got all those.
Because I can see a commercial right now. You like, Najah? Najah, we're supposed to do the commercial now. And I'm like, what? Oh, give me a mat. Like that would be my life.
Like that would be the commercial with a mouth full of food. It's like, yeah, y'all should eat.
Yeah. And like you try to take the plate from me, and we're like, look, don't mess up our friendship.
Right.
Don't put us in danger. All right, let's go to break real quick. Pay some more bills. Enjoy BeExposedRadio.com. Poets for Brunch with Najah B. Najah.
And Grace, you know, your two hostesses with the mostesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician. This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
The Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? It's good. How y'all doing?
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back.
Yes, we are. Thank y'all for tuning in to Post for
like,
Brunch.
Yes, we used to sit up here talking about foolishness. Not really foolishness, but like real high pressure things. This is something that's like real near and dear to me, which is how to survive the holidays in whatever relationship, romantic space that you are in.
Single or involved.
Or
it's complicated.
Or it's complicated. Or you knee deep into cuffing season or whatever. So this is actually the reason why I started to really, I didn't need an extra reason, but to not like the holidays came from when I got separated. The first year I got separated and Thanksgiving it rolled around, and a friend of mine was like, hey, come over to my house. We're going to have dinner with my family, and it's going to be great, and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, nah, I'm just going to sit in the house and study, and then I'm going to, just eat whatever the hell I have in the refrigerator. And she was like, no. and then she got her husband to come get me. Like, he straight kidnapped me for real. Like, he
Ooh.
was like, I'm on my way over. I'm like, but I said I didn't. He was like, look, she won't let me back in the house to eat if I don't bring you. Like, come on. So
And I'm hungry. So come on.
come on. So I had to put my good clothes on and go have dinner. And I'm, minding my business. I'm at the house. I know, her family and everything and her in-laws and everything. We're all good. And I'm sitting there trying to chart my plan of attack for all for the spread. I had plans. So...
And you don't want to just be the first one.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, should I wait? I'm trying to figure out like my life decisions here. And then all of a sudden I hear, Najah, I have somebody I want you to meet.
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot. And sure enough, I didn't know that I was a part of a plot for matchmaking. And this
they set
was
you up.
Horribly at that. Horribly at that. Like, I still, am in contact with this person from time to time, but it's like, whose idea was this?
Right.
Who?
Now, how good of a friend was this person to you? What level of friendship were you on?
We were mutual friends with my ex-husband. And I'm just like, you really don't care about me. Like, in my spirit, I'm like, why? Or why is this happening? And, like, how on earth could we have anything, do you pay attention at all? Right. And it's just like, I will never, it was awkward. And then and I found myself like Christmas or New Year's, same situations where it was like maybe not as stressful, but we both were looking at each other awkwardly because we're like, which one of us is socially inept that this had to happen?
Right.
So, how much does either of our friends
care about us?
Right.
And so and then I found out, it's not just restricted to Thanksgiving and Christmas. No. It's summertime too. We have the barbecues. The cookout.
Oh, yes.
You get set up then too. So I that's why I'm not a holiday person, because somebody, especially your married friends, especially your married friends, especially your newly married friends,
they feel like everyone has to join in the cult of marriage.
Yes, the mental institution of marriage.
Have you guys realized the last 5 or 6 years, cuffing season has been off? Like, it's been more of a warm weather thing than a cold weather thing.
I mean, that's not a cuffing season. That's just summer romance, summer fling. That's pretty much all that is.
But people had stopped trying to get together in the wintertime.
And actually, believe it or not, that's true, because my sex life takes a crashing halt, like, around this time of the year. Like, it's just...
Not a crashing halt.
No. It's bad. It's...
Well, that's the thing that y'all was talking about, like, because...
Right.
Then they got to buy a gift. Then they got to introduce you to their family. So I can't get that serious.
Yeah, and so I don't even know what the issue is.
How do you navigate that, Najah? It's been single like around this time of year, and I'm pretty sure you're dating someone. Some people.
I will tell you exactly how I avoid it. I straight dry snitching. What I was able to do for, like I said, because it's really, really painful, because like I said, during this time, I'm really not really seeing anybody. Usually by choice, I'm not in the mood. Or dudes, are real particular or whatever. I don't understand why, because I don't have any immediate family here, so it's not like I'm going to force you to meet my family. But you have friends,
right? I said, but you'll have friends like around this time of year. Like, do you feel obligated to take them with you if you do go house hopping, or?
Yes and no. If I feel comfortable with you, and I'm usually house hopping, I'm usually friends or friends of my family. When my mother was still here living on the East Coast. If I like you, I may or may not ask you. Like, it really depends on, how to deal with you. So sometimes I may not feel like it. I might not feel like asking you, because if I already know how you are, because I'm more in tune with, you than most men tend to be in tune with the person. So they really don't, care. And especially if I can tell if you really aren't really that interested, I'm not even going to part my lips. Like, you're good here, fine. And I won't ask. But more often than not, like, when I have to deal with my friends or my family friends or whatever, asking, well, Najah, can you, are you coming, whatever, what have you bringing somebody or whatever, I will lie. That is my key to survival. Lie. I will lie. And I will lie about, because that's the whole thing. Like, showing up by yourself is like even more painful, because that's when you deal with, you're still single,
right?
And especially like, like they really want to come for us. That's how the Thanksgiving clapback happens. Because you really want to come and be like, oh, it's been 6 years since you got divorced. You still single? Like you never bring anybody? And I'm like, well, you never
didn't bring your side piece.
Yeah,
right.
like you bring your side. And I'm really right there with it. But I try to hold it together. So sometimes like it's difficult in that regard to be single getting through the holidays because everyone wants to remind you of what your marital status or lack thereof is. And they just won't let you be great.
I had a friend, she would invite me to Delaware with her family every year. And it became a tradition, but I always felt awkward because one, I know I was the penis in the jar.
Oh
no! On the times when she was in a relationship, I didn't go to that trip. Or I just
break
felt
glass in
awkward
case
being,
of emergency.
Right. I just felt awkward being, with somebody else's family because they know obviously we aren't together, but
yeah,
how do you deal with routine holiday?
Right. And I'm nervous right now. Like I'm there's a lot of places I could go. As a single person, and I'm sure I have a spot on reserve in Philadelphia. And when when I'm in Philly, I got a boo, and it's straight like that. Like we probably this could be us, but we plan. So I'm meeting your mama, passing the greens to your dad. This could be us, but we plan. And, I'm scared to take that leap. I probably could be in Philadelphia for Thanksgiving. But it's a lot because I know once you get into all that routine, it's, where's Najah? How's she doing? And it's a lot. It's a lot.
Is it you holding it up?
Yes. It's me.
Why are you nervous?
It's me because, it's this family business. No, I'm just kidding. It's me. I have.
She is lost for words.
I am. It is me. I'm very hesitant. We've tried to do the relationship thing before. It didn't turn out very well, just between us, just one-on-one. So why put us in front of like a microscope in front of or an audience if we still couldn't quite get together one-on-one? Yes, we're great now because we're not in a relationship. So that's why we have this camaraderie because there's not that pressure. But nothing says pressure like inviting me to your house for Thanksgiving. And then like like you said, that your family's whisperers. So, some folks aren't whisperers, like we real smooth, like this is Najah. She came all the way from Baltimore up here to Philadelphia to be with us for Thanksgiving. Or not to be with us, to be with, so and so, specifically saying this is his.
How the family
how they introduce you to other people.
Oh, yes.
So you're like, so they're like, oh
yeah, that does add like a whole nother element of pressure.
Yes,
because
so
like
it is
even
pressure.
with my fiance,
how do you survive engaged? How, because y'all well cemented and dealing with each other's families. So how? How?
It's kind of hard because like with her family, right? They're very religious, very traditional, and so when we go to her family, it's kind of like this is Grace, Danny's friend, and at first I used to be in my feelings about it. But then I had to kind of grow up because I realized that just because I live my life doesn't mean everyone else
have to live your life.
Exactly. And then with my family, I'm not saying that they phony. I love them to death. But that hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Ciao, bye.
Front, yeah.
them being comfortable with it, because the fact that they either acknowledge it is probably a good step.
Indeed. Now,
I'm scared of that.
It's been years.
Like,
but see, this is years coming because this isn't my first long-term relationship that I tried to bring around. So I guess they had practice, and I'm not saying nothing against my ex or nothing like that, but they had practice with someone who wasn't quite ready to gain the title of being wife. You know what I'm saying? So they had a fun test run with someone who wasn't even worthy of.
Yeah. So now they
Next
would,
step,
and that's
yeah.
also another thing. Like you have to keep in mind, like you're dealing with a same-sex relationship, even though your family may have problems with it, but they also know you and they know who best compliments you. So even still, they're going to treat you like family shit. Like they're already evaluating you, not because she's a woman. Like, are you the right woman? Like we're gonna have to deal with you every year.
Right.
I don't think I want to deal with you every year.
Right.
Like I don't think you're good enough for my family member. Like it's still like they can sit up here and say they don't accept it, but see they'll still sit up there and evaluate, make sure that you're with the right person. Though they'll say they don't accept it, but they do.
Exactly.
Because the fact that they're even taking time to judge on part, like they're not even judging your dynamic.
Right.
They're
You
judging.
know,
Like,
when you show, I've been to other people's family constantly, but I never do that. One, because I see how their family treats me, and I was like, I couldn't put somebody through that.
it ain't fair. It ain't fair. And it ain't right. And the whole thing is like, especially with me, like I'm single. I have no family here on the East Coast. The closest you might get, and this is like, if I have to bring somebody home, it wouldn't necessarily be bringing somebody home. Like I would bring somebody to family gatherings where my ex-husband would be present, where my kid would be present. Now that's pressure.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. Like I need to know that you can hang.
I think whether it's a heterosexual or homosexual relationship, though, whoever that you do decide to bring around your family, you have to make sure that they themselves are prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like beyond the, okay, look out for my crazy aunt. You have to make sure that they're secure enough in their position with you, because your family will try to place titles on them that aren't there, or they'll try to denote the title that you gave them.
Yeah.
Now, what about the flip side? Now, I purposely prevent myself from doing this. That friend or that family member that every single occasion throughout the year, it's a different person that they bring.
Oh!
Totally different person. Now,
That's
this
another
is
reason why I
until
don't bring anybody.
I know for sure.
It's like,
I don't
it's
bring
another
anybody 'cause
one. I
I
don't want to be that person. I never want to be that person.
Have you ever been with that person? Like, have you ever been in a relationship with that person?
When you showed up and the person that you're with is like, oh, this is the new one? Or like,
Well, that's
I have.
I have not.
Now, honestly, the family didn't treat me like that, but we're going to get back
It
into
was
that
the looks.
story
Look at the looks.
after our quick break.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Pose for Brunch on Big Exposed Radio. We have a few commercials we got to pay some bills with.
See you later. Pose for Brunch with Najah B. Najah.
And Grace.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous.
You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I got an invitation. I probably could take it. Don't mind me. I'm sitting up here running my little mouth. Still, once again, because Nate's picking, like, I know he still wants to delve further into, like, my standing invitation for Thanksgiving in Philadelphia real bad. You really do? You really do. You really do. Like, I mean, like, meeting, like, the whole family, and that makes me nervous. I get terrified.
Have you met the family yet?
I haven't met the family. His brother knows about me. His sister-in-law knows about me. You know, we Skype often, so he has, you know, twin nephews, and they think I'm the nice lady on the TV screen. And so, yes, but I don't know, his mom is aware of someone. There's an awareness, but they probably are all like, once we see her, we'll see if we want to keep her. And they will try, probably, because they want him married. And
But I think, and I'm not making general statements, but something close to it, but guys, you should feel something for a guy that is taking his time in that way. A woman will just, okay, you're the one, you're my focus right now, so come on, let's do this. And a guy wants to be sure, because if he keeps bringing this stable of women around, then it looks tacky.
Yes.
It looks crazy.
A little bit.
And
But dudes aren't above it, though.
Your family, and then what if she's crazy, or what if she's crazy?
You know, not even crazy, but crazy. Like there's that. Like there's different levels of insanity or straight up psychosis. Because there's crazy, and then there's crazy, and then there's crazy. And so you have to figure out the difference. And so it's one of those things. Like, we've known each other for about 3 years. So we've known each other for 3 years. Every time I'm in Philadelphia, I see him. Yes,
Right,
stop with this.
right.
Hey, come on, man. Like, dude, like it's one of those. But you know, I have a league of extraordinary gentlemen. So you know, it depends. A league of extraordinary gentlemen. You know, I date
A plethora, if you will.
A plethora, a melange. A melange. So I mean, holidays aren't a thing. And then plus, you know, believe it or not, for me, I'm not really pressed. And it's probably the reason why, because I have a melange of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm not trying to, you know, I've been married before. I'm not trying to have that spot. Right. I don't need it. I don't freaking need it. So, do you want it? It depends. Like, it's about who you want it from. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I'm really not trying to do that.
So how long do y'all think is long enough before you can invite someone to meet your family?
Now, for me, Thanksgiving and Christmas are two different occasions.
Okay.
Christmas adds another element, because then I have to buy you something.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving is more so, okay, this is a family gathering. You know, you really get to see a part of me that is more longevity thinking. Christmas is a totally different, because it's more a feeling in the air, and people are more happy to be together.
And they procreate.
Right, and then I have to buy you that gift.
And that gift cements things.
But I'm a person that I could really fall in love from.
Because then it has to be the right gift too.
You know, or you have a feeling, a strong feeling. But I don't have an issue with necessarily bringing somebody to dinner. It's just, it has to be, if this is a jump off, no.
Oh,
because
God,
I don't
no.
want you to know what my mother looks like. I don't want you to know where my family
You don't want them to get too
lives.
comfortable.
Right? I don't want you to know, because I don't know much about you.
Right.
I don't know if you have sticky fingers. I don't know if you
Exactly.
have history of killing people, keeping them
That's
hostage.
true.
I don't know, so I can't just bring you if I don't know. It's one thing if you kill me alone in my own, but it's a whole nother thing.
When you wipe out the whole family line, like that's another issue. I mean, you knocked out 2 generations, before we even got to dessert. Like, I need to know if you're crazy. And it's one of those things, like I said, my friends are my family, so if I bring you around my friends, it's kind of like a big deal. Like, they're filling you out. Like, if you can handle the unmitigated objectification by my friends, then you can handle family. Because, my friends, they have nothing to gain or lose, really, because they're not blood.
Oh, honey.
Yes.
We goes in. We goes in.
If you manage to get through...
I remember one time she bought one of her extraordinary gentlemen to pose for dinner.
When did I do that? Which one?
He ran.
Which one?
He wanted to run away. I was like, no.
Who ran? Which one? Who
was
was it?
Yeah.
I could drop names.
Possibly.
I could drop names.
What's the first letter?
It's an M.
Oh yeah, he ran.
He said, Najah, who's that lady with the big breast and she keep trying to smother me and keep telling me about how I need to be careful, or else this hug is going to become deadly.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's real.
Like a slight anaconda love, like you just,
a mama hug, he turned into a bear hug real quick.
Turn into, some days we're lemonade, other days we're Hennessy.
As an artist, you have those events that you can do. Like, and that's
Feelers.
the time where I normally invite somebody, like the open house. I would invite somebody to something like that.
See how you hang.
Right, how you hang in my environment.
Right.
I don't have to tell anybody who you are, and I don't really make a lot of... I know I can't really bring anybody to big exposed events. I did that once. I won't do that again. Because people clearly knew who was who.
Right.
I'm a snitch on me. But,
damn,
but
God
you have,
snitching, like good
thing. But those type of events are the events where it's not necessarily close friends and family that are there, but they get a taste of who you are.
Oh, I've brought in potentials to PFD.
Yeah.
And that's
I did
how
too.
needy they are, because if they need your attention the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's a feeler, and that lets you know, like, the preliminaries when I actually have you over my friend's house. Like I said, because no family's over here for me, so when I bring you over to my friend's house, like, that's my family. So act right, and so I have to do a feeler in that regard. And so this person has been to events with me here in Baltimore. So
really,
you missed it. Oh no, he was at Awesome. This is when I brought to Awesome a couple years back. Yeah. Look at this. And see, they like him. Like, wait, Robbie, like our engineer's like, wow.
But friends are different. I would bring a person around my family or my work environment before I bring them around my friends, because I know how we are. I have one friend, she dated a guy that was a few centimeters from being a midget. We joked this young man to this day.
Well, we're going to get more into this story after a quick break. We got to pay some bills real quick. Thank y'all for tuning in. A real short break. Life is getting real up in here at BigExposedRadio.com.
Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, guys.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Shout out to the Weird Radio Show. If I got that wrong, I apologize. It's slick, right? And they are so cool. They're like gamers. And when I was on their show, they was like, what's a scary game? And I just was like, I don't really play games like that. But I thought, like, at the end of, what's that game? Mario Brothers. When you got to fight King Cooper? Yeah. Ain't that scary? They laughed at me when I said that. When you hear that thing, that right there, oh my God, girl. But they had me on that show, and they was talking about PlayStation, and I'm not a gamer girl. Shout out to the girls out there who will whip ass playing games, because there's some girls who devote.
To hear more of the new Crystal Renee radio show, tune in to Be Exposed.
The Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You're listening to the station with their ear to the streets. BeExposedRadio.com.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you. Because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7, that, you know, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. You know, well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed
Check out this
Radio.
flashback on the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Sports Center is the center of my home. Around the couch, 8 men pretend to be grown, debating worldly topics such as D Rose for MVP, what's wrong with Ginobili, LeBron ain't never gonna get a ring. Pause for a second. Doorbell rings, whole room stops. Peek out the window, make sure it ain't them roll boys, them cops. A cousin jumps to the door and jiggles the locks. Ah, that's my nigga June from up the block. He good. Back to the crops, the herbs, break it down, twist it up, pass it right to Pops. Pops pass it to Moms. Moms pass it to Grandma. Auntie sipping Hennessy, no grandma, none of that soft shit. We drinking and smoking around 4 kids. Leaking poisons into the lungs like faucets, but this is life and we floss it. Nothing in our closets, we are who we are. Plus the kids know what it is. They know the difference between grown folk business. Put them in a room with a PS3 and they'll mind their business. Auntie tells one of the 8 that a young one got suspended. The scene twists and bends as 8 pretenders jump into the role of men, lending the young one a lesson in deference. Swollen jaws, the reference, but the love is in the message. Takes a village to raise a young one, and the young one gets the message, and then it's back to the Jets or the Knicks. Or the Lakers. All we talk about is bitches and paper and pop shit. The girls call it gossip. We call it block shit. Who got shot and how the feds is watching. Who got laid down and who got locked in. Another sports debate. Better point guard, Nash or Stockton. Another blunt circles the room. The smoke has us boxed in. Aroma from the oven, the kitchen is rocking. Tin foil everywhere. Chicken in the pots and the pans bake the mac and the cheese and the yams and the peas and the ham, and it feeds all the fam. You embrace now. We all fam. So grab a plate. Eat what you can. No need for grace. The Lord already blessed the hands.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Did she like infuse all of him? Like, oh my god.
Big ups, lyrical to lyricist.
Yes, lyrical.
Sports Center definitely describes all the stuff that we were talking about as far as when we get into the house for Thanksgiving, how it get real hood for some, real classy for others. You know, got that Frank Beverly bopping. You know, Granny shaking a good hip.
Yeah.
You know, all that good stuff. I don't really figure out how to do this. Like I'm a little removed. My son, he'll be over at his dad's house. He'll be with his dad's family. His new wife's family, all that. And we're working on making our dynamic a little bit easier. Matter of fact, I was over at my ex-husband's house. I'm with my former stepson, my ex-husband's current wife. We sit up there playing Uno. I won. But that's beside the point.
Is that awkward? Like
it is.
Right.
It is.
Do you and her kind of like talk?
Well, she's actually the mother of my ex-husband's oldest child.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's really awkward. Yeah, it's really super awkward.
It's really awkward. It depends. It depends on what day it is. It depends on whose moods there are. I haven't been. I've left my hands of it because I'm walking into my purpose. That's not something I focus on. I can't dwell on that. So it's like nah. And plus, you got to see things for what they are. Right. You see things for what they are, how things have come about, and it's like you can't really. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. So you just
hey Dustin,
you deal with
hey
it.
Dwayne. Sorry, I'm shouting out to the people who watching. Tuned in.
But it's you can't really think about it too heavy. Like sometimes it gets to you, and like years ago it got to me, but right now it's like I don't care, and I'm really like my focus is my focus, and it's kind of hard when you advance. And not everybody is advancing with you, so it makes it hard. But sometimes I'm just like, they'll realize that I've been how I've always been, which is about the kids. So, I'll play with the kids, even though one of the kids is 16. But, but I was like, I'm about to play Uno with you. He like, okay. And like, he's, that's what it is. It's like, that's a relationship that was built, like, that I just can't undo. Like, we can undo whatever we were. But I can't undo my relationship with my son, with my former stepson. Even with her daughter, she has a daughter from a previous situation. And, that's what it is. And sometimes, folks want to get sensitive and want to be in their feelings. And I can't be there. So, I have, and it hurts to kind of wait for them. It hurts to wait for them. It does. It hurts to wait for them.
So I'll wait.
How do you blended families work come Thanksgiving? Do you think?
Like I said, I'm not a holiday person, so I'll let them have it. And, because the last thing, and the whole thing, I've never been about arguments, so I'm not about to sit here and argue about who's going to be with whom for the holidays. So I'm not really big on that. So since I'm not big on it, it's just like, whatever. And I just leave it. Christmas, also like we actually do Christmas together.
Okay.
We've done Christmas together, all of us together. I usually am the one that brings breakfast food. We're all together. I'm at their house, blood crack of dawn, first thing in the morning. I'm there. That's what happens. And then my son stays with me until probably like New Year's if I'm able to be off during Christmas break. But more often than not, at least he spends like a couple of days with me. But that's how that goes. Like I'll have him during the break. But he's getting older. That might change. I might actually be with somebody enough where we actually all spend Christmas together, and who knows what that might be like if I decide to do that. How's that going to work?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly how's that going to work. I think my ex-husband and I, we had a conversation maybe like a couple years ago. I was seeing somebody around that time, and he didn't want. I'm being polite. I'm like, I'm going to be with somebody. I may have someone with me. Do you have a problem with them coming? He was like, no. He was like, actually, yeah, I have a problem. And I was upset, not because of whatever. I'm like, you do have to understand at some point in time, who knows, I might be in a relationship. How are you going to hang?
Right.
Because I've had to deal with this. And
Clear,
I've been quite,
right.
And I've never had a problem. It is what it is. And I don't have time to, argue about whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
It's amazing how people feel that way, though.
Mm-hmm. It is amazing because I'm like, yo, you good married. Like sometimes it's like, if you're like, and don't, and his response was, well, you never really had one. I was like, but the whole thing is, what if I did?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing is like the nature of your dynamic and whatever this is, you didn't have to ask anybody permission for anything.
So why do you?
Exactly. So we've had, to deal with that. And, I've made it very clear of the offense that I took to it. And, he had to set himself straight. Like we all met at the time, the person I was dating, we all met, like my ex-husband, that gentleman, my son, myself, we all, spent time together. And, my ex-husband had to, come to terms with that. Like,
this is reality.
I put in this work.
Yeah.
And you need to be on par with me. I put in this work. We could be sitting around here killing each other every 5 minutes.
You are a special person because I just know that ain't in me yet.
It's not in you?
I can't be kumbaya with your new situation.
It's not kumbaya.
My new situation.
I don't have
mean, just the thought of trying to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
We can be cordial in our own spaces.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you a card. I'll drop by, maybe say hello. But
the whole thing is like it's kids.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot because I'm in the middle because with my ex we did try to do the whole entire family thing, try to have a child together and everything, and her moving on was easy for me. Me moving on wasn't as easy for her, but then the next person that she dated after that person wasn't easy for me. Like, I think it also depends on the people that you're dealing with because just because you're mature enough doesn't mean that their spouse is going to be.
Yeah.
And that kind of alters your moves. Like, I don't care how much control you may believe that you have over yourself. If someone has enough negative energy and you weren't prepared for it,
it'll knock you off.
It'll knock you off.
And you may revert into regressive behavior if you ain't careful. And so, like, that's the whole thing. Sometimes it's really hard to stay the course because there have been moments where I've been tried for reasons that I thought we were over. And I'm like, what is happening? And sometimes, and I've been able to catch it and just be like, okay, we're going to keep moving. You're going to keep moving, and I'm going to be about here.
You got a special situation because I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a whole lot of history. Yeah, I'm not going to divulge everything because, that's family business. But I will say this is like, our relationship ended because I made the choice.
Right.
So it's like, I can't be a certain way if this is the choice that I made. So I have to hold myself accountable. I don't need anyone to correct me.
Henley My Divine said, speak.
But I always look at the
Brett like
side,
speak.
Yes. Because I always look at the person who did not make the choice and how I don't know what.
Honestly, there really is more so about like we both made a choice. It's just about who put the final nail in the coffin. Because honestly, I can, I'm gonna be on some Jay-Z shit, because you know what, you know who, but let's keep that between me and you. But there were certain things that took place in the relationship.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Now this might be.
We get all in the Najah's like Najah's about to get like really.
You have become our case study. I'm sorry, you have become our case study. So like, okay, you already kind of touched on your first Thanksgiving or your first holiday after your divorce, right? But my question is like, how did your son transition for that?
He didn't do well. He didn't do well at all. He still doesn't do very well. He still doesn't do well. I mean, he's used to it, but he doesn't like it. He wants us both.
So what like tips would you have for instance, other people who are going through similar situations with or without children, like that, the holiday after the breakup?
It's really to take yourself outside yourself. I found it easier when I would spend like my Thanksgivings like doing volunteer work. Like it takes you outside of yourself because there's this pressure about, oh, where I'm going to be, who am I going to be with? How about you be with yourself and be the great person that you claim to be? Why don't you give of yourself? Like so you have like find something outside of yourself. Take, get off your own stuff for a little while. And because trust me, there are people going through life with bigger fish to fry. Or how about they ain't got a fish to fry or a pan to fry it in.
Right.
And so you get a chance to like realize that there's larger things besides you in this world. And so it takes you out of that. So it helps with that. So
you start go back counting blessings.
Yes. Let's count. When you run out of money, count blessings. When you run out of boyfriends, count blessings. When you run out of boyfriends, count blessings.
Right.
And
when I holiday
one year I had my son volunteer with me. When because I have him for the weekend. I have my son the day after Thanksgiving through the weekend. So one year he helped volunteer with me with the Love Movement and whatnot. So we were doing volunteer work at St. Veronica's. But I got into the habit of just doing volunteer work or just spending that time with myself. And sometimes it's great. Like sometimes I don't even want to deal with friends. One year I think I spent with a friend of mine. We were both mothers that were motherless in the moment. We couldn't be with our kids for the holidays. So we spent time with each other. It takes a moment to just step outside of yourself.
Yeah.
And it helped. That's what actually helps. Like don't get so wrapped up in the fact of who you're not with. Like this is not, I mean, holidays are a social thing, but sometimes it's not really about being social.
Now it's funny that you mentioned that because I don't know about y'all news feeds, but on my news feed they keep talking about depression and about suicide, and I just want everyone who's paying attention to know that y'all do have someone that y'all can talk to. There is someone out there who's interested in your life and your well-being. And I understand that right now it may seem like it's hard and it may seem like you're alone, but you're not alone. And it will get easier. And you can't quit. And they do have the suicide hotline number. Yes. I promise to give it to you in a second as soon as I pull it up from my phone. Because I want y'all to understand that even though during the holidays it can be hard on us, whether you are single, together, if you are straight, gay, if you are, girl, you're fine.
I know.
I'm technology.
Wherever they at 311, they can always call that because that's a resource.
Yeah, it's a resource. And that's the whole thing is like to take yourself out of that because that could have been a very bad time. But also I've understood that I've gone through much worse. And I've had certain Thanksgivings where it didn't come out that bad. And, where it actually was worse than what it was when I was like, because my first holiday, I was renting a room. I was in my room trying to get through homework. And then I wound up like being set up at somebody else's house. But it's fine. But it could have been worse. So you just take yourself outside of yourself.
But speak in that moment of what it felt like. It's easier to speak like that after you've gotten through it, but in the moment, it feels like there's nothing heavier. And also speak to the people that are surrounding those people. Had your friend not known to take you out of that moment, even if that wasn't what her or their instinct was, and knowing that something was big or wrong, pay attention to family. Yeah, I also post the suicide hotline number as well as the 311 for whatever your city is.
Yes.
Know that you have just as much responsibility in helping a person than they have in helping themselves and reaching out, because they often do show signs. You just have to
Pay
be
attention.
aware and get off of social media.
Yes,
Call
long enough to
somebody
really
and-
see someone. Because just because I checked in online doesn't mean I'm checked in life.
Yeah.
You know, and the absence doesn't mean, okay, she must be too busy living life. No, that means I might need you to come find me.
Yeah.
You know, that number to the suicide hotline for Maryland is 1-800-422-0009. Please call, please talk to somebody, because you're not alone. You
It's
know,
an international number.
It's
That's a national
that-
number. I mean.
Oh yeah, it might be.
So no matter where you are as far as the trench, if you're feeling some type of way, for lack of a better term, if you are in need of counsel, please reach out. We're going to go on a quick break. BeExposedRadio.com. Poets for Brunch.
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Talk dirty to me.
I love it. It's awesome. It's all mine. Gets me going every day.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
The Style Lounge. For a personalized fashion experience, the Style Lounge is where you should be. From clothing, jewelry, handbags, and accessories, contact us for pop-up shops, vending opportunities, and more. Let us help you enhance your style. Let's discover your inner fashion ego. We are available for on-site and off-site consultations. For your appointment, call 443-248-8879. 15% off with business card.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback. If someone says that more money may create more problems for us who don't have a lot of money, we said, nah, that'll never be me. And when we look at the statement that's made by those who are making over six figures, millionaires, I dare say billionaires, we wonder, how is it that more money can cause more problems? Well, I can kind of understand how that may be the situation if the money that you have is not going towards things that are of a worthy cause. And that looks how you perceive it to be. If you feel like money should make you free, but after making more money, it traps you towards these things that will cause you to have to get more money to feel like you're free, then that's a vicious cycle that someone I can understand will not necessarily feel like they're the benefactor of. So take a look at the money that you already have. And if the money that you have is going to where it needs to go, then money becomes that tool that you need to have an ends to a means when it comes to your necessities in life.
You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10
on the Najah Harrison Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back, Poets for Brunch. BeExposedRadio.com. Still got a little bit of time if you want to call and be nosy. 410-702-5657.
Or just take part in the conversation so we can be nosy about you.
Yes, because I mean, because I'm tired of getting interrogated on the show this morning. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm not tired. It actually has me thinking about how to handle the next few holidays. I know probably at some point I'll come out of the shell. It depends on how I'm feeling or what my relationship aspects have changed or not. Also, I have a fear of like dealing with other people's families. Like it is a very stressful situation, and I'd rather not. So I actually do have some moments where I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna stop by. No, because like I might deal with the whispering family, or I might deal with that one shady, bitter family member that you have that's determined to ruin your life by dry snitching on your entire situation. I don't want to have to deal with that, or I'm just scared that this year might be the year where that fight finally break out between Uncle so and so and cousin such and such. I don't want to be present for that. So not even a little bit. I mean, I just and it's of course always when a fight break out. That's when like the food's really good, of course, and so like at least me emotionally torn, and straight bop it out, and so dealing with that. So I'm not really in a hurry to quite deal with that because it just seems like I know I have that personality where it's like, oh, we want her in the family. Like, she'll just come and, be the future matriarch and make sure we're all together and mind our P's and Q's.
I'm busy that day.
Exactly, I'm busy that day. So I will be, we regret to inform you that we'll be unable to attend. I'm straight checking that no on that RSVP. You don't know. Like, we're like, no,
But make sure y'all click the yes to the RSVP for Pose for Dinner.
Please do.
I'm just saying.
Please do.
It's next Sunday.
It's next Sunday.
Yeah, from 6 to 9. So I need y'all to RSVP so we can have enough food.
Yes. Yeah, I know you'll be there.
They pay his RSVP.
Robbie needs to RSVP.
I'm telling you, I told all of the big exposed people.
Yeah, you did?
Oh no, honey.
Bring the family.
Honey, I mean, I was here briefly yesterday. Yesterday, we had the open house here at Be Exposed Radio.
Yes, we have
and it was
every month,
and it was so much fun. It was really, really quick, and it was a lot of love and positivity, though. But the funny thing is, they was like, "Oh, so you're the Poets for Dinner one? Okay, so where's the food?
Where's the food at?
It was next Sunday. We're going to be in there.
Well, the yams were gone. I mean,
they tried.
I had to steal a cup to put in the refrigerator so I can have something to eat today.
No, that doesn't last. So, like, if we are going to like put hand to kitchen,
right?
Stuff disappears quite quickly. Like, very rarely are there leftovers.
Was those chicken wings from the last time?
Woo!
We went to go look back,
and it was
it was gone.
Yeah. See, I'm
glad I was in the beginning of the
so make sure you're on time.
Exactly. So that's y'all warning. Y'all have already been forewarned. Be Exposed Radio is about to come and set it off.
Yes, and you better be there at 6 o'clock sharp because
they're going to beat y'all to the plate.
Weird Radio alone. Kenyon. He just looks like a small little thing, but he will eat you out of
because the way his metabolism's set up.
Exactly.
So you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. So I do expect all the Be Exposed Radio fam to be in the building. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yes, because that was exciting. That was kind of like a little quick Thanksgiving kind of feeling, without you having the a warm up. That's the word I was looking for. It was like a nice little warm up, getting you practiced,
Next
ready.
Year will be every other month, starting in January, because that's a lot to do every month, and it does take away from the Saturday shows that we do. So we don't want to
get in the habit of that.
Right. Well, we did that this year, but
because I know next Sunday when we come back for Pause for Brunch, you'll be on the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s of the stovetop.
Indeed.
And I will be here solo dolo.
Indeed.
Yes. Oh crap.
And Nate, of course, is going to help her.
And then leave, and then go over to Grace's house.
So help me taste that's right.
Yeah, I want my container.
You needed help bringing that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Moving it from the stove to the table.
So I'll still be bringing Poets for Brunch while Grace gets ready for Poets for Dinner, because it's going to be all about that hug life all throughout Sunday, 6 to 9. So I wrap up here at 1 o'clock. I might have a moment or two Chances are I probably should just come over your house for real right after. And just probably hold
That's
it
what I
down
just said,
for
that's
real.
what
Like I
we
might
all
as well.
planned. I mean, I just
I might
invited
as-
myself.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just invited yourself. Oh, I see what's happening here. I
So
see what you
apparently we're
did
gonna have
there.
a pre-party.
I see
A
what you
pre-party to
did
the
there.
We'll go live
Yes.
directly on site from the kitchen.
Wow. Yeah, we might as well just shoot live. Like, check out Poets for Brunch page on Big Exposed
I have
Radio.
a poem ready.
And
in the
yes,
meantime.
and
You
so
know.
you'll just see live how it goes down as far as on Poets for Dinner, all Poets for Brunch Facebook page, and you see it shoot live, and you'll see all of our shenanigans that take place in the kitchen, like all of the magic and mystery that comes along with serving up that good.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, where exactly does this quote unquote love come from?
You know, like we cook with love.
You know what? I'm gonna do something today that I've never done ever in life.
Oh, honey, we have cameras here.
Oh no, not that.
Oh, okay.
But I am gonna reveal something. Yes, y'all should all be nervous. Anytime Grace says she's gonna reveal something, you should definitely be
Yeah,
nervous.
it's quite problematic.
Yes, it might be. Especially considering I have a secret obsession with strippers, you know.
Yeah, you really do want to be a stripper.
I
like,
do.
you know, as far as
I am. I am. Watch.
Girl, you got
Watch.
you got 2-minute warning. What you got to do?
But listen, what I want to do for y'all is my secret that makes all my food great. When you cook, as you cook, you have to like really think of happy thoughts. Don't be angry when you cooking. Because when you do, I don't care how perfect you are to that recipe. If you're not happy while you're cooking, that food is going to taste horrible.
Horrible.
And if that doesn't work, sprinkle a little sugar. It makes everything taste better. A little sugar that might hurt nobody.
Do not reflect the views of BeExposedRadio.com or its affiliates
or any health. But see, that's the thing. When I say a little, I don't mean like a cup, because I know some people's little some people's little is a cup. Okay, we're not talking about ranch fuchsia. Okay, yeah, no, we're not talking dash. I'm talking about like literally a nice little pinch.
Like pinch it up. Yeah.
Yes, you know, just a little pinch of love.
That's true,
because
because
that's a jar that says love and there's nothing in it, and you just dash it for symbolism purposes.
You know what? That sounds like a great idea. So I'm gonna steal that idea and say I've been doing that forever. Yes.
Once again, it has been great, Poets for Brunch. It's great to have you guys here to listen in on us, act silly with us. Check us out on Facebook as far as Poets for Brunch radio show, talk radio show page, BeExposedRadio.com. Check out their page as well as their YouTube channel. Feel free to comment, look up our show on archive.
Remember, sharing is caring. Please
subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you guys next week at Poets for Brunch Talk Radio, as well as Poets for Dinner open mic series. God bless you. Have a great one.
Great one.